Imagine this, you have an idea of an app, but you don't know how to code. So you open AI and type something like build me a website where it takes a resume and scores it and tells me what to improve. And a few minutes later, you have the whole working website. You didn't write hundreds of lines of code. You didn't spend hours debugging the errors. You basically told an AI what you wanted and somehow it built it. This is called vibe coding. But here's an interesting question. Is vibe coding the future of programming? Or are we just creating a generation of developers who actually don't know how their code works? Let's talk about it. So hey guys, welcome back to my channel Silogical Tech. Vibe coding generally means using AI to generate and modify code by describing what you want in a natural language rather than manually writing hundreds of lines of code by yourself. And today I'm going to explain what vibe coding actually means, how does it work, why is everyone talking about vibe coding, can a non-programmer actually build an app with it, and most importantly, should you learn coding if AI can already code for you? Let's take a very simple example. Imagine you want to build a to-do app. Normally, you would have to write a code for creating the web page, creating the buttons, creating the input fields, saving the tasks, deleting the tasks, mark all the tasks as completed, maybe connecting it with a database, and then the biggest part, debugging everything. But with vibe coding, instead of writing all of these codes, you can just tell AI in natural language something like build me a to-do app in a dark theme. User should be able to add, delete and complete tasks and save the task locally. The AI generates the code, you run it. And if something doesn't work, you tell AI the delete button or the save button is not working, please fix it. Or maybe you want a different design, you can ask AI to change the animation, to change the shape, make the card from circle to an oval. Maybe you want authentication, add a Google login, and you continue iterating. It's basically like you're communicating with AI and doing the iterations like you communicate with a co-developer. That's the basic idea behind vibe coding. So you are basically focusing less on manually writing everything and more on what do I want this software to do. You are almost directing the AI, and that's why people call it vibe coding. So it's basically like going with the flow. You have an idea, you describe it, and you look at the results. And then you keep telling the AI what to change. Simple. So the question now is, what can you actually use for vibe coding? There are now AI tools that can generate code, modify an existing code, explain errors, create the entire component, work across multiple files, help you debug some applications, and even build the prototypes. Tools like ChatGPT, GitHub Copilot, Cursor, Claude Code, and some other AI coding environments have made this workflow even simpler. And this is where things get really interesting. Because previously, if you had an idea for an app, you have to also know how to code. But today you can potentially go from an idea to the first prototype, which is a huge deal. So when it comes to the biggest advantages of vibe coding, it is speed. Let's say you are a student, you have an idea for a project. It may be a college attendance tracker, it may be a portfolio website, maybe an AI chatbot. Previously, you might have spent weeks building the first version itself. But now, you can get the first prototype by just describing it in a natural language. And this changes something. The cost of experimentation goes down. You can have an idea in the morning and get the prototype in the evening. You don't have to wait weeks to build the first version itself. Show it to someone, like show it to your friends, show it to your faculty, get some feedback and then do some iterations on it. You don't even have to be a good coder or a good developer for it. You're a student, you know some basics of coding, you ask AI in natural language, it builds you the prototype, it even gives you the code. If you understand the code, you can understand the workflow. Even if you are a basic level programmer, you understand the code, you understand the workflow. Now, before you go like, oh my god, coding is dead, wait, there's a massive catch. AI can generate code, but generated code might not be automatically a good code. For example, let's imagine you ask AI to build a house. It gives you a house. It looks beautiful. Everything seems fine, but you don't know whether the foundation is strong or not. You don't know if the wirings and all are safe, and you definitely don't know what happens if something breaks. This is exactly the problem on blindly relying on AI. If you don't understand programming fundamentals, you might create something that works until it doesn't. This is probably the biggest danger of vibe coding. You generate some code, you run it, it works, you celebrate. You think like, I am a software engineer now. But wait, does it scale? Is it secure? Is the code maintainable? Are there any bugs you did not find? Is the architecture good? What happens if 10,000 people use it at once? This is where actual engineering knowledge comes in. AI can help you build, but you still need to understand what was built. And now we reach the biggest question. If AI can write a code, should students still learn programming? My answer would be absolutely. But I think the way we learn needs to be changed. You don't necessarily need to memorize all the hundreds of syntaxes. You don't manually need to write every line, every function. AI can help with that. But you absolutely should understand variables, functions, data structures, APIs, database, Git, debuggings, software architecture, and most importantly, how to read a code. Because imagine this situation. AI writes 500 lines of code and something breaks. You don't understand any of it and you ask AI to fix it. Then AI changes 300 lines of code. Now something else breaks. You ask it again. Eventually, it now gives you 1000 lines of code. So you should have basic fundamentals of programming. Okay, let's come to a non-programmer. Imagine you are a designer. You have an idea for a portfolio website. You can now communicate that idea to an AI and create the website. Or let's imagine you are a business student. You have an idea for a small business tool. You don't necessarily need to wait for 6 months, hire some intern, make him develop the tool. You can just ask AI, you can do it yourself. That means the barrier between I have an idea and I built something is becoming much smaller, and that's probably the most that excites me about vibe coding. So let's make something clear. Vibe coding is not necessarily a replacement for programming. Just think of it as another layer on top of programming. A beginner might use AI to develop everything, and an experienced engineer might use AI to prototype faster, explore solutions, generate test cases, refactor code, debug, and even automate repetitive tasks. The difference is the experienced developer knows when AI is wrong. That is a big superpower. And I think we are moving towards a world where the ability to build a software is more accessible. You would need an idea, problem solving skills, and AI. So don't see this as developers versus AI. You can just see this as developers who know how to use AI versus developers who don't. So, what is vibe coding? It's essentially using AI and natural language to build, modify, and iterate on a software without manually writing every line of code yourself. Is it powerful? Absolutely. Can beginners build things with it? Yes. Can it replace every software engineer? No. Should you stop learning programming? Definitely not. Learn the fundamentals and use AI to move faster. That's seriously a powerful combination. Now I want to know something from you. Have you tried vibe coding yet? And if you have, what's the coolest thing you have built with an AI? Drop in the comments below. And if you're a student wondering whether you have to learn software engineering, data analytics, AI, or something else, check out my previous videos. So yeah, subscribe to Silogical Tech for more videos about AI, technologies, careers, and a real-world tech journey. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.